Let me just take a shit.
That's one. Hold on. Shit. All right, cut. All right, cut. All right, so. All right. Got the French across the street. Yo, that's Shabbat. Bub used to be in the camp. Iowa City.
Damn.
No. We went from went to bad. All right.
That's
Yeah, let's
crazy.
set it up. All right. So first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha, Padash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect. And to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, because they shall of us first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. But he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. All right, this is the Church of Philadelphia. Once again on the highways and hedges, coming to prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon, aka Sodom and Egypt, aka a piece of shit. All right,
That's right.
according to the scriptures, man. You know, and right now you got a whole lot of things going on in the world. You know, as far as prophecies, the prophecies are popping up like popcorn, man. You know, and there's no stopping. But one of the last major prophecies that we're waiting for before the deliverance of Israel is for this RFID microchip to be made mandatory. All right? It has to be made mandatory. And right now, like the title of the video is what? Right now, the time is not, the time is now, is right now. All right? The time is right now to wake up out of deep sleep. Matter of fact, brother, can you grab that? Right now, it's high time to wake up out of deep sleep. All right, because what? You've been hearing about the words that we've been saying to you week in and week out on the highways and hedges, telling you and warning you about the destruction of this place. You know, the same way our forefather Noah. You know, Noah was out there over 120 years, out there prophesying the downfall of that society back then. You know, so we're right back here. We're right back here in that lot. Prophesying, that was the first death. All right. But you got now going around Israel, you got what? I see that teaching that hell is a place that you're going to burn forever. And talk about the second death. They on the same doctrine of the doctrine as the Catholic Church, which it doesn't make any sense, man. You know? They telling you, oh yeah, after the second death, you're gonna, after the 1,000 years, you're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up in hell. That's fucking bullshit.
You're bugging.
You know? Them niggas, they're out there fucking mind. We can prove it to you. But right now, and yo, that's what I was saying. Right now is the time to wake up out of deep sleep, man. Yo, you got that, bro?
God, this is the book. Salaki, bear with me.
Got good, bro.
It's in the book of Romans,
It said, knowing this is now, man.
right? I
Knowing
got
this
you.
is now, because right, we know the times that we're in. We see that,
I got
you
it.
know? But like you got these other dudes, they still go to these churches, man.
I got it.
This is the second week that you had the Jehovah's Witnesses over there. You know? The second week in a row with their convention. But what are they really teaching their people? What are they really learning in those places? They're not learning anything, man. You know?
That's right. There's the book of Romans, chapter 13. And verse number, I'm going to start at 10. The point is at 11.
it out.
It says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Matter of fact, you might have to start a little bit more.
All right, I'm gonna jump to verse 7. All right. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse number 7. It says, "Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due."
Bring that back, bro.
It says Romans chapter 13, verse number 7. "Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due."
See that? So that's the Lord telling you. Whatever gift you got coming to you, it's coming to you. Now is the time. You know, because you have people, we've been out here on the highways and hedges for years. Starting with our apostles, man. And I say this every week, and I'm going to continue to keep saying it until Babylon is done. They've been out there 30 plus years, man. You know? And the experience of these men, that's where we get our understanding and our learning from. You know? We get those things from them because we watch it. And also on top of that, the lessons that we learn by reading the scriptures that they break down for us. Alright? So you're supposed to take heed and wake up out of deep sleep and come into this word when we out here spitting to you. Because it's coming a time where I just did a video this week. It was entitled, "We're not going to be out here too much longer, man." We're not going to be out here on the highways and hedges too much longer.
Right.
Because the Lord about to shut this thing down and take us off, and then all hell's about to break loose about the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, whether you believe it or not. All right? That is the mark of the beast, man. Okay? So whatever it says, render, whatever punishment or whatever righteousness that you have gotten for yourself, doing the work and everything, that's going to be rendered unto you. All right? It's going to be rendered unto you. So it's no getting around what the Lord has ordained for you. You have men that's predestined for salvation. You have men that's predestined for death. Man. You know? And that's just the bottom line. You have more death. You're going to have more death than salvation. Because it's a small remnant. So the Christian church talking about that, yeah, everybody can make it and this, that. Yo, they're in heavy derision, man. And the Lord is not dealing with them, man. All right? Keep going, brother.
All right, so it's Romans chapter 13 and verse 7. "Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom,
That's right.
fear to whom fear,
That's right.
honor to whom honor."
That's right. And yo, that's the time right now, man. Because you see which men is going in this direction, which men is going in that direction. You honor the ones who's supposed to be honored. That's why we give double honors to our apostles and elders, man. All right? We fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Harakot. That's what we fear. All right? We don't fear no man that walks this planet. You know, because the Lord ain't given us the spirit of fear. And the reason why the Lord tells you not to have that fear, because what? He made everything. He created every circumstance. He created everything, every scenario, man. You know, and your mind plays tricks on you. You sit there and think, "Oh Lord, I don't want to die." Why you don't want to die? You're outside. You know, and that's where the more faith comes in. Like I said, you can learn anything, but when it comes down time for it to be applied, it's like a basketball player. You can learn any move, a boxer, learn any punch, but when it's applied, when it's time to get into that ring and use it, and that's what we're coming up to. We're about to step into the ring and use it. You know? That's why right now is the time to wake up out of deep sleep. But you niggas is fucking smart. You're in the goddamn coma. Can't nobody bring you back. You know?
Yeah. Right. That's what you said. We shall rise them up. Right. We shall rise them up.
That's right. But these niggas, they quick to run a punch on their brother. Talk crazy to them, but as soon as the real enemy pull up, they quiet as hell, man. You know what you got, bro.
Verse 8. It says, "Oh no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law."
That's right. So have not the Lord loved you? And now Yahweh Shah loves you. That's why he came down here and not just once, man. He came down here multiple times for you niggas, man. But the last time he came was when he was as Yahweh Shah. All right? But the first time when he was Isaac with Abraham, Abraham took him to sacrifice. But Yahweh was like, no, I was just testing your faith, give you a version. And he spared him. But the last time when he came as Yahweh Shai, that's when he actually got put to death and he got all that glory. You know? He got the glory in the heavens, and now he's about to come back and get the glory on this earth, on this planet. But you people don't believe it, you don't realize, you don't understand it. But that's fine, because it don't matter what y'all believe. You know what this book says. And that's it.
Verse 9. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness.
Yo, according to that, not to hop on topic, but we had an incident this week where you had a guy out of Southwest Philadelphia, in the King Cessna neighborhood, he gunned down 5 people, man. And the Lord just told you, no, you're not supposed to murder, man. You're not supposed to kill. And the word for murder in the Hebrew is ratazah, which is to commit murder without just cause. And that's what that nigga did, man. Them people ain't do nothing to him. So he was going against the law, not with the law. Then he said, you're going to have Yahweh, that's not even his name. But you say Yahweh is going to have other men come to protect the police, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Where is that in the scriptures? They don't mention none of that. You know? Then, like, okay, and the scriptures also tell you that whoever perished ever been innocent. The Lord used that man as a vessel for a spirit that was created for vengeance at that time. All right? But now him justifying everything they did, Yahweh, this and all, that's a setup. And it's supposed to be like that. It's be in those times. You know, you have to be spiritual to be able to see that. You know, because a lot of men they get caught, oh no, you said goddamn man, we gotta go out there. And you got a lot of people that believe on that name, Yahweh, man. Because the Lord is not dealing with them. He's not dealing with them at all, man. You know, and it's a punishment for that. You gotta do.
It says, thou shalt not covet, and if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right, that's your brother.
Verse 10.
You're supposed to love your brother as you love yourself. So the same things that you want for your brother. And yo, this right here, what we're reading about, is the kingdom of heaven. You know, and our people, you got a lot of our people, they need to hear these words. They need to feel that love, man. But yo, the Lord is only going to show it to whom He's going to show it to. And yo, you're not going to abuse it. All right? Because we all come from broken homes. We come from messed up passages. We're traumatized as a people. And that's why they want to keep you traumatized, because they don't want you to get this true, pure doctrine. The words is going to free you. The words is going to deliver you through your mind. Right. All right? They took the chains off you so they let you move around, but they have the chains on your mind so they don't give a fuck where you going. But you still you're indoctrinated by these people, man. So you're still a slave. And the ultimate thing to do now is to put that RFID microchip in you to seal the deal, man. Just like a lot of people took the Yakada, you know, the jump shot, that poison juice, that venom, you know, they freely gave themselves over to Esau. And now they're laughing at you because the information is coming out and they're telling you that that's what they did. They even had your damn spiritual guidances and these churches telling you, oh yeah, get it. You know? And motherfuckers dropping like flies from that, man. That's why I tell you, never trust a lot of what you got.
Right. It says, thou shalt not covet, and if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law.
Right.
And
Yo,
that
loving your brother, like you said, how you treat your brother and all that, there's love. You got some men that'll turn you in for a heartbeat, just like Judas did with Yahushua. He wasn't being brotherly, and all Yahushua did was be brotherly, man. Because he came to show the kingdom of heaven was inside of him. His words, his movements, his actions, his thoughts, everything, man. That was the kingdom of heaven. And that's the way we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. You know?
right?
But what happened? They refused it. Because they wanted, it was all about money. Because this money is no money. It's collapsing right in front of your face. Now they say that the American dollar is equal to the Iranian dollar. So how have Babylon's money fell so fast? You know?
You get the
it's the same amount as the Iranian dollar. It's equal, right? And on top of that, you got Joe Biden just told I think it was China. He was like, yo, remember that the influence, I guess something to this effect, he said the Western currency is a big effect on basically their living. You know? So he's begging him to stay with his currency, man. That's how you know that this place is falling, man. This place is done. Right. That's why the time is right now. All right? Yeah. All right, the brother, that's the title of the topic. The time is right now. Go on, brother.
Right.
Go.
It says, in this same, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. And that knowing the time, verse 11, Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
That's the point.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, but now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
That's right. So, yo, you got people, and we're telling you, and yo, guess what? The closer it gets to the end, the more labor pains you're going to have. You're going to have more people falling out because they couldn't take it. They lost patience. You know? If you could grab, brother, where it says, woe to you that have lost patience. You know what I mean? You know, because people lost patience, they couldn't suffer no more. They couldn't take it. They needed a way out. All right? And yo, you got something, I'm telling you. Just through the spirit, from my personal experiences of dealing with brothers, you have brothers that I thought was a super demon. I'm like, I first thought there was a man of the Lord. I'm like, man, he might be a man, yo, he's strong, this, that. But it turned out that this brother was a demon for fucking my arm, man. He was strong just to be a damn demon. You know? And that's going to start popping up even more. Because you got brothers that's been out there enduring and this, that. But yo, at the end of the day, they're going to be found to be demons, man. And that's just the straight up truth. All right? These ain't my words. These words are coming out of the scriptures. All right? Because there's nothing new that's under the sun. And there's nothing that's not going to be, whatever's done in the dark shall come to the light. It's going back to how you treat your brothers and everything. That's why we brought that out. The brother was just reading. You know? To love your brother. You got people the ultimate love for your brother is to be able to perish for him, man. That's showing love, man. You jump in front of a bullet or something for your brother, that's showing him you don't even got to tell him you love him. You just did that. Now he knows that you love him. You're like, damn, this man just laid his life down for me. You know, how you know that's the love of your Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? You lay your life down for him. You know? You're not going with the average Joe, what they say and all that. Going to First Maccabees, which we can get that. You know, because what? We in that time where they're trying to make the one world order. So it's nothing new under the sun, man. All right, everything that has been written before time is for I learned and for I understand it. And guess what? Judas Maccabees wasn't having that shit. All right, so they physically went to war, but we're spiritually going to war right now in this time. You know?
I got St. John chapter 15, verse 13. It says, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
And why did he said that? It says for his friends. Right? Because what the scripture says, it said, I no more call you servants, I call you friends. Why? Because he gave you the mysteries and everything. So now you're his friends because you have the same mindset as him. All right? You want the same thing for your nation. Yahushua wanted the same thing for his nation. He just wanted everything to be righteous and in order, man. Mm-hmm. But he knew the prophecies. He knew what he had to go through to get there. And he saw the vision. So anybody else that sees the vision, they're his friend. That's why he was like, yo, that's my boy right there. And he laid his life down. He laid his life down. Y'all did not take his life. And he told y'all that. That's right. He said, y'all don't take my life from me, I'll lay it down. And he picked it back up to the spirit of power, Yahweh, man. That's some bad stuff right there. A man tell you can't take my life, I'll lay it down. That's a bad man. What can you threaten him with after that? When he's willing to lay his life down.
Hey, if I may add, just like how he told Pilate. He told Pilate because he knew he had to fulfill prophecy. He knew he had to sacrifice. He knew he was the sacrificial lamb for Israel. But what? Even though he was in the flesh, he still had his moment of doubt. Right. So we gotta have that as well. You know what I'm saying? But like the point you said, he had to fulfill that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right now.
Because what? Because we want to be his friends. You want to be able to, like it tells you in Sirach 24, seek out the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. So even unto death, like what? The 3 holy children. Like Daniel in the lion's den. Like the brother said, elder brother said, it's written, the things that was written aforetime written for our learning. Because what? The Lord changed now. So if the Lord did it then for our forefathers, you don't think he's going to do it now? And greater, more so now than ever.
Yeah. And just to back the brother up, in terms of the reason why he called them friends now, is he said, hey, you don't know your master's business, but you know your friend's business. Because a friend will tell you things, right? They're not going to hide shit from you, right? Because that's what they do in the world. That's what they do in the world. They hide stuff from you, right? So he called them friends because guess what? They knew everything about him and his father's business, as it says. Right?
That's it. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. You know everything, because you tell your friends stuff.
Right.
Because he sat him down. That's why they become your friend, because you confide in your friend.
Right.
Tell them.
A true friend, you don't sit and wait. Say, well, maybe maybe I'll tell him next week, or maybe I can see if I can slick my way into getting him to say something. No, go ahead and say it. You know what I mean? Say what you gotta say.
Yeah. Hey, that's how the Lord said what? He revealed the secrets.
Right, to a service.
But you don't give your secrets to everybody.
Right.
That's why only is a small remnant that knows what? The mysteries of the scriptures.
John.
So I can finish this off for you if you want, or if you got something.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 14. And I'm going to tell you, this guy that just came out of that Qdoba, I pulled up, parked, I saw him sitting in his car, right? Tinted windows, right? So now he went to go move out once I parked. Then I went to slide and said, you know what? Park somewhere else. I know who this is a demon right here, right? He went to go act like he was pulling out to leave. He saw me leaving, walking over here. He pulled back in, and now I just see him right at that Qdoba. Come on, man. So again, we don't care if you're watching. We don't care if you're following. Continue with that nonsense. Continue with it. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will ye do when Yahweh Bashim Shai shall visit you?
Right. What you going to do when the Lord comes? know, what's that wrestler? What you gonna do when the Hulkamania comes for you? What you gonna do when the Lord visited in that day of visitation, man? Because you lost patience in it. And on top of that, you read about it. You read about his power. You know what he says. You know how austere he is. You know how strict and how stern he is. So it's just like you read it like, oh fuck that. So that's a way of taking his name in vain, because you're looking at it like, oh, this ain't gonna happen, man. You lost faith. That's why it says go to destruction, because he's gonna bring everything that you read about. You read so you know. So when it's happened to you, don't bitch when it starts happening.
Right.
You know? But the Lord ain't no joke, man. Like all these people they read and everything, they don't even know what the hell they read. You know? They coming in these different situations and these congregations and all that. And the words that they read, they don't understand what they're reading. But they're still held accountable, because guess what? The Lord put his men out here on the highways and hedges. And you know that they heard about the Israelites. They know exactly who we are. That's why they stand far away from us. Steer away. But that's what they was taught in their congregations, man. To avoid the truth. You know? And that's what they want to do. They want to avoid the truth, man. By any means necessary. But they try to say that they love the Lord. They're fucking liars. And their doctrine is being broken down every single day. Their wickedness is being shown every single day. And the truth is being shown every single day. You don't see them shutting up them buildings, but they want to get us off the houses.
Right.
Because they can't control us. We don't have no contract with you. We didn't sign our name of blood to y'all. We signed our name of blood to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arachak B'das. Because when he died on that cross, we died along with him, man. Because we was dead to the rest of this bullshit that's out here. But we're not going to stand for that. So if you physically want to come and harm us, be my guest, man.
Right.
What the fuck you do?
We out here and we're going to stay out here.
Ain't nobody scared.
Yeah.
And they hear the
Right.
What they say?
Scared of y'all niggas.
Hey, man, we're going to stay out here. Like I said, I knew that dude was a demon. If you had to go in Qdoba, you'd have been in Qdoba. I saw you just watching. I saw it. So when I saw you, oh, man. Okay. Hey, listen. Do what y'all got to do. Who cares? Who cares? And hey, no, just to go back into it too, and turn woe unto you that law patience, some of you return right back to your vomit. You were given this gift, and you go right back, or either you take the bag, right, and then you start preaching a whole other doctrine that no one even knows where you get this stuff from, right? But we know you get it from your master Esau, right? Or you just fall out completely and just become a bug out. Like we told this guy last week that said he was, hey, man, you know, I'm going to come by, you know, because I got to get with some brothers. I ain't seen him yet.
He ain't coming.
Right. And we told that brother, hey, man, say, Lord willing, and pray that he does bring you back out here, because he's going to show, that's showing you mercy. Hey, or maybe the brother went out on his own this week. Hey, Lord, hopefully.
He could have went.
You know? Yeah, maybe he's out there right now. Hey, I hope so. Hope he's somewhere. No?
That's what he was giving shout out
The
to.
blind leading the blind. That's a good.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Thank
Nah, it's still some more on that.
You got more than that?
That's right.
There's some more spaghetti on your plate? You better clean it up.
Like you said, right now,
Let it
the
down.
time is now, man.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, yo, it came a time, like what we brought out a few weeks ago, seasons. We brought out seasons. We explained how certain seasons come in. And you have to be able to see the signs of the time to see the season. You got to be able to see, you feel the weather, you got to be able to see, oh, damn, this bud right here is about the bud is going to sprout. So it just started, and in a few weeks or whatever, it's going to come to fruition. All right? And that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing prophecies. Oh, this prophecy happened? Okay, bam. That was the season for that. Oh, this prophecy happened? Boom. Now it's like we're coming out of the wintertime into the springtime when things start sprouting. Right? Because the wintertime, that's Esau shit. That's Esau bullshit. It's all dead. They destroyed everything. So now it comes when it hits midnight, that's a new day, and everything starts to come back together. Where it's going to flourish, you know. Right now, ain't nothing flourishing but he's wickedness, destruction. Because hey, man, it's a season for that. Esau is like the wintertime. They come to kill and destroy everything. Jacob is the spring and summer because they come to bring things out and make it flourish. All right, we're about life, they're about death. That's why you can't have the wintertime in the same season as the summer or the springtime. It's a separation. You know.
And bro, if I could say real quick, just like there's a show called Game of Thrones. Now, the winter, when they say the winter's coming, because they inside the walls, you know. But outside the walls is where it's snowing, you know, like the Alaska and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the real army is the ones that come from the outside of the walls in Game of Thrones, because all the ones that died comes to life, but as like the dead for the blue eyes, they call them the blue eyes.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? So they come, but they all dead. But they blue eyes, but they all dead. So they come and try to take over, but they harvest the dead. But they known as the blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? But what they do, they harvest the dead. You know what I'm saying? So they only power unless you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So they harvest your body. So that's heavy because what? It's called Game of Thrones. So what? Who's in the thrones now? Esau, these elites. So what they trying to do? They're trying to harvest the corpse of these fucking people that's dead, and they don't even consider.
The Walking Dead, the Living Dead.
Walking Dead. You got the show called
Like you said, yeah,
Right.
kind of like you said, man. They thrive off. The only way to get power is if you're dead. Once you wake up, they have no more power. That's why I like the movie Secrecy. You know, the whole thing is secrecy. No, they can never find out. It's a thing called what's up, bro? It's a thing called hidden agenda. The hidden agenda, and it talks about that how they like the mafia move. They said they move in silence because their code of power is silence. It's secret. You know, and that's why Esau does the same thing. And we know who he is. That's why you think that they don't want us to know who they are. They want us to think that, he's this big, strong guy. He took us down, Once we know that the Edomites, we like, hold up. This nigga?
Yeah.
Like, yo, Lord, okay, all right, I'm in punishment. All right, I'm going to do my punishment. Now I'm just looking at you like, nigga, you're coming out of power, motherfucker. And I'm waiting for it. And I'm waiting for it. And I'm waiting for it. Because when it happens, if you're a man of the Lord, you're going to see the vengeance of the Lord with your enemies, man.
That's right.
And we bring this out all the time. You can be anything you want to be, except if you're a man of the Lord and you call yourself Israelite. Everything else is fair game. Everything else, except for what we say. That's how we know we in the truth. You know, it's really through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh Shem Shah, but it's also through what they do to this word and to us. All them, again, false accusations that they'll put on us, right? I mean, things that, like the guy in King Cesar, what did he say? Oh, yeah, it was the Hebrew God that told me this, right? You're a damn lie. You see no true men of the Lord with any type of guns or any type of any threats, right? We say our power is the Bible. Through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's the only thing that we have. We say we're worms. We say we're sheep in the midst of wolves. We're not looking for no carnality. Hey, all we're looking for and waiting for is Yahweh and Yahweh Shem Shah to crack the skies open, bring the chariots, and bring our salvation. Hey, and I know that, that sounds crazy to you, right? Well, guess what? We'll keep moving. You don't got to believe it. But we believe it. And we know it's going to happen. You know, you had Drake at that concert, right? With a chariot, right? And a beam, right?
That nigga was making a fucking lot.
That nigga didn't know what he...
No, he was making a No, go ahead, brother. Salah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Nah, bro, you not, brother. Salah.
Hey, hey. So, you know, and he had the beam shooting out, right? Shooting down on him, right? And he's dancing and doing whatever, you know. Hey, but like the brother said, hey, he's marking himself because that's what you're doing. You're making it as a mockery
Yeah.
of the men of the Lord coming out here telling you what's going to happen. And again, we're trying to warn the people to come back to repentance, to come back to who they are, to come back to righteousness, to follow the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible. And guess what? Esau and anybody else who don't like it, so what?
So deep.
Right. You don't like it, you don't believe it, you don't understand it. Hey, that's on you. But you're not going to stop
That's
this word.
a song. And yo, that's crazy you said that, right? But I've been listening to the song from the brother Midnight, the Benjamin. The name of the song is "That's on You."
Oh,
That's
God.
on you. That's on you. Son, whatever you gonna do. But he basically telling you like, yo, man, you don't know the truth. You want to keep continuing your wickedness. Keep going on. Yo, that's
Right.
on you. Because I told you the blood's off my hands, right? So after he told you the blood's off his hands, so he's like, that's on you. Know what I mean? Yo, that's a badass song.
Right.
You can go check him out. The brother's name is Midnight. The song "That's on You."
Right.
No, he said I can't feel no sorrow for no wicked man. That's on you. Like he told you. So why would you feel sorry for a wicked man once he catches hell? You know, you just, hey man, you know it. Then you piss the Lord off, buddy. You keep it pushing. You keep teaching the truth, man. You know?
Hey, and say so you see, so they tried to put it out there like this guy's a biblical extremist, right?
Yeah,
They put that in that article, right?
Yeah, with the mass shooter.
Right. They put in an article, and then the next day, I'm scrolling to see if they added any more to it, right? To say that he was a part of this camp or that camp. You know what I find out? Hey, I think it was on Fox News or one of them news channels, right? This guy has pictures on Facebook dressed up like a woman.
Oh,
So what is it? So what is it? Is he a biblical extremist? Right? Hey, the Lord brought that out. The Lord revealed it and say, hey, do not try to false accuse my prophets. Right? Hey, so look it up. Look it up. You if you look it up, you'll see they got pictures. You know? So hey, you can't have it both ways.
Oh, it's a spirit.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a spirit. That's a spirit.
You can't have it both ways.
Yo, bring that out, bro. But that's backing up what the brother saying. So the man was dressed up like a woman. I was gonna say go to Leviticus, which says a man not supposed to wear the apparel as a woman, man.
Con.
You know, but bring that out home.
Con.
100%.
So hey, you've been caught in your lies.
Yep.
Because who knows if that man said that, right?
Yeah,
You're just putting stories out.
Yeah.
And again, because you want to false accuse the men of the Lord.
Right. And we just talked about that last week before it happened. And then,
Yeah.
look, then that happened. Now you're saying, all this guy, man, whatever. That dude, he's a fucking brother. You know? And and going back to that Drake situation, like the brother said, he dancing.
Right.
You think you're gonna be dancing when them nukes coming and the
Right.
chariots come? Now you're gonna be a fucking horrible fear.
He's doing that.
You know, and
Right.
they're putting that, because where the hell, what rappers was doing that shit before the ministry came out here and the apostles came on YouTube and you started seeing the posters and everything with the chariots and all that. Them niggas wasn't thinking about it. But now you get the visual, you can bring down the scripture, now you want to make a fucking mockery, man? Yo, man, you got hell to pay, man. You got hell to pay, and the Lord is not pleased, man. Because you niggas is fucking crazy.
Yeah, the scripture say the Lord is not mocked.
That's right.
Right.
You know, so they only. The scripture say also you can't do nothing against the truth
For
before
the truth.
Right.
So the Lord knew, like, yo, there was going. The scripture said there was going to be mockers in the last days.
Scoffers.
Scoffers,
Yeah.
mocking,
Right, that's them.
the he ha motherfuckers
That's what
on the
makes
social
it
media platform,
That's right.
because to the rest of the world, they see that, and that's their bread and circus. That's how they get, socialized for the world to become hit to the world. rather than understanding what's really going on. But this is the book of Romans, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 25. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
Right, that's what they do. They worship Esau more than they worship Yahweh outside. That's why these niggas scared. We don't fear no more.
Yeah.
Bro. Go ahead, bro.
Who is blessed forever. Amen. Tawab. Verse 26, for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections,
Right.
for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
That's right. And now that's caused that what a crime against nature. When a woman sleeps with another woman, a man sleeps with another man, that's a crime against nature. And you can look that up in history books within Babylon.
That's
So
right.
that's how you know, like the brother just quoted the scripture, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. You know? They call that a crime against nature, but now they're switching things up. According to what Isaiah, when they said they declared a sin as Sodom, they hide it not. You know, they turn the truth into a lie, man. You know? So Esau's, they are in jeopardy of everything. They're going to be held accountable for all the laws that they have broken, man, and made our people break them. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Like,
But they're supposed to be on us. But they know the laws, but they want you to break them, and that's what they were set up to be, the fucking adversary, man. You know? So the more laws you break, the more they stay in power. You know, that's why it's only about the elect, because the elect is going to get it. All right?
Yep.
That's it, man. Ain't nobody else out here. We're not out here for everybody on these highways and hedges. We come out here because we're commanded to do it, and we come out here because we're commanded to tell you the truth. Whether you hear it or whether you forbear it. If you want to keep walking, keep walking. You have something negative to say it and keep it pushing. But your negativity don't hold nothing, no weight over here, man. It's still not going to stop the truth, man.
And they're going to stop these prophecies from coming
That's
out
right.
too. I got a precept too.
Right,
There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 18. Let them be confounded that persecute me,
That's right.
but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed,
That's right.
but let not me be
See
dismayed.
that kind. That's
Bring
right.
upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction.
Damn. That's right.
Yo, bring that again, bro.
Huh.
That's some bars right there.
There's the book of Jeremiah,
That's
chapter
the
17,
whole
verse
purpose.
18.
That's the whole purpose we out here too, man. You know, we don't want to be confounded with what we're saying because we stand on it.
John.
And that's why when certain things, you see things you want them to happen so bad, you kind of get discouraged, like, God damn, what happened? Because you wanted to keep moving. You wanted the progress to keep moving forward to get us the hell out of here, man. You're tired of being here every day. Waking up in the morning, you open your eyes, you're like, God damn, I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like a nigga that's locked up that want to come home. Every morning he opened his eyes and like, God damn, these same walls. Until one day he gets released, he opens his eyes and like, oh, I'm free. You know, because you don't got to worry about that institution and all that shit, man. You know?
Institution.
Because it's an institution out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know, this is an institution. You wake up every day in this shit, man. You ain't free, man. You got that false sense of hope that you're free with these goddamn rappers. Oh, you can be whatever you want to be here. Now you gotta sell the fuck out.
Yeah. Because guess what? They're not going to let you do anything unless you bow down to them.
Look at Ice Cube. Look at Ice Cube now. He got that with 3. You know, basketball league and everything.
Yeah, the big three.
Yeah, the big gun.
Yeah.
And he was like, now he was like, yo, I'm about to come at the gatekeepers. I'm about to come at. I'm like, nigga, they gave you millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
Obviously, you had to do some type of ritual back then. I don't know what it was back in the 80s, because that's when he was popping and all that. You had all these movies. You just stepped up the level to a certain degree. Now you get to the point where the Yakadai, you got to take that and all that. Now, I'm doing this and that.
Right.
They going to kill that nigga, man.
He didn't accept 9 million, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I said, the nigga is set up.
Yeah.
He made all those millions. People tend to forget about that. Oh, because it's irrelevant for right now. Oh, boy, he said he's not going to do this. But how much money did he get rich off of? And it's a thing called humiliation ritual.
Uh-huh.
You know? The same way Yahweh Shah got humiliated for this truth, they get humiliated for that fucking money.
Right.
Right.
Hey, they take him on the mountain like they took
Right.
Yahweh Shah on the mountain, right? And say, hey,
Right.
you bow down before me. I'm gonna give you all this, right?
That's right. But we're getting humiliated
Right.
for righteousness' sake.
Come.
No, bring that out again, bro.
Come.
Shah, man.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 18. Let them be confounded that persecute me.
That's right. Yup. All the ones that's coming at us, man, let them be confounded. Let their words be lies, man. Let everything that they have imagined towards us not work, man.
Come,
That's
right.
all we asking the Lord.
come.
Because we out here with tongues and everybody around here keep whispering to each other.
Right.
You know? But hey, it's a part of it's a part of the game.
Hey, they scoff and mock at us all the time, right? Hey, what these guys dressed for Halloween?
Yup.
Who do you think you are, right?
That's right. Same thing that did to Yahweh Shah.
Come,
The same thing that they did to Yahweh Shah, and guess what? Yahweh Shah took all that on the chin.
come.
No, that pride is a motherfucker. Just like last night, I had a woman on the bus. She holding the whole bus up. First of all, you wasn't smoking, miss. You know, no tea bar, that shit. And the woman that was driving the bus, I catch the bus with her at night. So she knew, so when the woman got on the bus, she's like, man, she's smoking. I want you off my bus. You start calling bitches, all this, that. And I'm sitting way in the back with this one brother I know. He know he an Israelite, so I'm trying to tell him about it as well. So this brother, she started snapping. Now, so I walk into the farm like, listen, man, I'm trying to talk to her. Some sense to her. No, but she said I was smoking. I said, no, you can't let that side, you can't bite the bullet. I did bite it. Then I said, no, you can't sit there and consider it. Because you got all these people on here. I've been working since fucking 9 in the morning. 9:30 was like 10 something at night, man. People want to go home. You know what I'm saying? So because you got caught out on this shit, and that's the problem with the society now. They get caught out on this shit, so they want to hold everybody else up because they're fucking wrong. They can't self-examine their goddamn selves, man. You know? So you want to hold the bus up to the point, like people want to punch on her and all that, man. The point where just finally the spirit took over, where she actually said, oh, that's what y'all want? Y'all want me off the bus? The spirit moved off the bus. And she got off. And the lady was like, yo, everybody else get on here. You know, she's like, yo, that's type of, and you gotta think of instances like that, because the Lord put instances like that in life, protection, for you to be the example for everybody else in that situation. Because everybody else you want to put hands and punch and get in prison.
Right.
Well, the Lord is bad, man. Every situation that you're in, you're supposed to think first, man. You know? Don't just react. Think. Because in Jacob's trouble, you're going to have to think. You're going to fall back on, but you can talk, man. And know that that's the truth. You know?
Back to the top, book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 18. It says, let them be confounded that persecute me. And like the brother said, hey, we get persecuted every single day. Especially when we come out here, right? All that following us around, all that surveillance. Guess what? You're going to be left confounded.
Yeah, and it's lightning when you say it.
Con.
You're going to be left confounded.
Con.
And that's the Lord post on that.
Con.
With that lightning.
Right. It says, right. It says, but let not me be confounded. And again, backing up the brother, he said,
just home when you said that. Let not me be confounded.
Hey, call hello, me. How about you outside by Shimmer Clark the Dodge?
And now it's raining. Now the storm is coming. So
right.
Hey, we want to be exempt when the storm comes, man.
Right.
You know?
And the only way we're not going to be confounded is by staying in the scriptures.
That's right.
By following the law, statutes, commandments, faith and works.
That's right.
That's how we're not going to be confounded. Because you can say what you want to say about us, but our spirit and our actions are going to prove otherwise. Right. So you can have all the false accusation, all the false thoughts. That's nothing but a left-hand side demon on you. Anyway, we're going to keep to the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. No matter what you say or no matter what you try to do. It says, let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. And what's that word dismayed? It's
Like you distraught.
right.
Saying,
Fear, scared,
yeah.
right?
You fucked
Don't
up.
yeah. You just all messed up.
Like a nigga hit you with a yakada.
Right.
You like, you know, you all get your mind all fucked up and shit. You can't get your thoughts.
Right.
Your
So
equilibrium off.
yeah, and that's what you try to do to us.
Yeah.
You know, when you mess with our phones,
Yeah.
when you mess with all our devices,
I got
right?
the root word for that.
Oh, con. Yeah, bring that up. Yeah.
If I may, it's Salaki. I
No.
got the root word for dismay. It says from the 1300, dismaying, meaning to become or be alarmed,
Yeah.
upset,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
frightened,
Yeah. Right.
confound,
Now hold on.
break down.
What you say? It said be frightened.
Right. Yeah.
The Lord did not give us the
Spirit of fear.
So when all these things happen, that's what that's their main thing.
That's not
We're
good.
not.
It's a
That's what the Lord
because it goes into courage.
Sure, bring it up.
Right. And that's why I stopped right in front of your car, right? And I just stood there and looked at you because I knew who you were. Whoever you are, I don't know exactly. But yeah. And you came and followed, yeah. And now you're right there. Come on, man. Put no fear in nobody's hearts here. Through the spirit, power, mercy, grace, Yahweh, Shemel Shah.
It says to be dismayed in the 13th century. Dismayed, meaning to become or be blamed, upset, or frightened, to confound, break down the courage of by danger or difficulty or fear of calamity.
Damn, yo, see that? That's because what it said. That's why I always tell you, fear not. Fear none of these
not
things.
dismayed.
That's right.
That thou shalt trouble you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fear none
Right,
of these
right.
things.
You're not
And that's why they showing you your army tanks.
Right.
They're showing you their robots.
Yeah.
They're showing you their robot dogs. Showing you the Yakada. Showing you the RFID microchip. They're showing you their muscle. You know, their fighter jets and all that.
Yeah.
And what do we have to fall back on? We have these scriptures and we have things that we have not seen that we believe in. Now they're starting to appear themselves. You're starting to see the chariots. What we believed on, what we saw before, like the Lord had to show you that. But we believed it before we saw it. And then we started seeing it.
Right.
Like, oh shit. So the Lord is showing you. Now you're sitting on a high level. So the same thing that they got, the same way they try to dismay you and make you scared and everything, the Lord got them niggas fucking shit
Right.
bricks, man.
Yeah.
Because he's showing them UFOs, man, which is the chariots of the Lord, man. The salvation for Israel. He's showing you that. So every move that you make like chess, the Lord's making a better move too.
And that's why he moves it so damn sloppy. You're sloppy. And it's easy to spot you out because you're so sloppy.
That's right.
Hey, but with this word going out, what it's doing is exposing. Because
Right.
once you declare the truth in the midst, once you declare the words of the Lord in the air, you can't turn it back. Now this word's going what? To the gates of the nobles. You know? So they know the truth.
Right.
They know they at the end.
Right.
So it says what? They're coming down with great wrath because they know that they have
But a
what?
short time.
But a short time. So that's why the Lord's speeding up the time for the elect's sake, man. So everything's speeding up for the elect's sake.
Right.
You know, not for the whole world.
Right.
You know?
Hey, it says, let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction.
Now check it out. So now they would say that we're speaking out because of that. Then they want our destruction. They put us in slavery. They raped, robbed, killed our ancestors. But we're supposed to pray for them people, man. You know? And that's the Lord. He said, man, double unto them, man. Double. These ain't our words. We're out here speaking the words of the Lord. And y'all hate the Lord. So that's why y'all, when you can't kill your hour, man.
Hey, and that's the Lord's judgment.
That's fucking
That's
right.
the Lord's
So
judgment.
you niggas want to try to scare us because we in the flesh. Yahweh's not in the flesh. Yahweh Shah's not in the flesh anymore.
That's right.
And he's coming.
Bitch ass niggas thinking that you scaring something, you out your fucking mind.
That's right.
You know? You sit here and meditate. Think about the Lord.
Hey, you brought the chaos. Yeah. You brought the destruction. Hey, there's some destruction happening right now.
That's right. Demons, man. But see, and yo, that right there, that's the sign of fear. Because niggas start running from that. We ain't running from that. And no, the Lord, we were speaking about the fear, the dismay. Yo, they're going to be dismayed because they're not going to know what the fuck is going on. Because you wear a goddamn uniform, it makes you somebody, man. Niggas is crazy, man. Most High's not pleased with this place, man.
Hey, for me, and that was what? A sound of an alarm.
Right, yo.
Right? Because what? It's a what? A siren.
Right.
So when someone gives a siren, an alarm, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what type of time you want by the sound of that instrument. That's why we got many instruments, but what? The Lord used what? The trumpet. The trumpet as an alarm. You know what I'm saying? So when you blow that, because you got certain instruments, you blow it a certain way, it represents, all right, no, it's party time. No, it's a time of you know it. You know what I'm saying? You know when you listen to Jake music, it's a parade. But when you hear burn, burn, like sirens, you're like, oh shit, stop, drop, and roll type shit.
Get out the way.
You know, but what?
Bitch.
Right. Yeah, so some ludicrous type bullshit. But what? When they hear the prophets, because back in the ancient times, when they heard the prophets, what? It caused riots. They knew, did y'all, what Samuel, when he came up on the strip, they thought, they asked Samuel, are you coming for good news? Because they knew that he was coming for what? For the weather report. You know what I'm saying? We coming for the weather report. We telling y'all the storm is coming, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when Samuel came, it caused riots because they wanted good news.
Right.
But really, we telling you good news in bad places.
Right.
Straight up, you know? It's a lot of news.
That's why it's called good news, man. But these people, you see so much bad, you need to hear good news, man. You know? You gotta go there.
Another precept. This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1, verse 9.
Oh. Bring that out just to back him up.
I got you. Yeah.
Just to back up the precept that you just brought out, because that go hand in hand and jumping at you. I got one.
God. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse number 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
See that? And that's what the brother just brought out. You know, what's that? Jeremiah, right?
Jeremiah 17.
Jeremiah 17. He said, confound them, but don't confound us. Let me not be confounded. Why? Because he trusted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And now what's that? And we're actually doing that right now because we're looking at the generation of old, which was Jeremiah, and we're reading the scripture right here, which brings it to light, man. You know?
That's right. So it
he wasn't
says,
confounded. Jeremiah still got prophecies that he prophesied about that still ain't happened yet, man. You know? So that's how you know that the Lord was working with him, man. You know? And we're reading about it. You got it, brother.
That's right. That's right. So let's start from the top. Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Right.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did ever despise that called upon him?
Right. Right. So who did he hate that called upon his name? You know, and that's why they don't want you to call upon his name. That's why you got these different churches, IUIC, ISUPK, they still call on Christ. You know, you got other brothers, they call on Yahweh Ba'ashem outside, you know, but did they really believe in him? Who really believed in his name and called on him and was confounded, man? That's what that's telling you right there, man.
That's right.
And Jeremiah was saying the same thing. He was like, Lord, confound them that hate me, man, that seek to do harm to me, man. You know? Because they really, they hate your fucking guts, man. And that's written throughout in history. So if it happened before, it's going to happen now, man. You know? These niggas sit back and like, oh, fuck, yeah, that was slavery times. That was the Bible times. Where do you think you at right now?
Right.
R.I.P. Michael was written up in the scriptures. This is 2023. So we're still in biblical times, man.
Right.
The automobiles just have changed. The scenery has changed, but it's still the biblical time.
That's right.
Because it said he's from the beginning to the end, man. He's the Alpha and Omega, man.
That's right.
So ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
That's right. That's right.
All these
brother.
alarms blowing on.
See that? Right.
All these alarms.
Hey, they hearing all that. But they not hearing it though.
Right.
But you know what?
This is the real alarm. This is the real warning.
Out of all them alarms,
Right. And this is
they
the real one.
listen to
Yeah.
run towards it
Right.
instead of run towards here. Where they're being warned, but it's a storm. It's a storm forming right now.
Right now.
And we're warning you about the real storm. But this is right now the storm. We're telling you it's a storm coming. We could be out here telling you the weather. Y'all, you know it's about to rain about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And niggas still, oh shit, let me get my last minute stuff. And then the fucking storm comes, you caught in that shit. And you asked out instead of fucking listening and preparing ahead of time. You know?
I got a precept. If
Start
I
some
may.
more on that, brother.
No, I had another precept too.
You was finished with that one. Bring out Nehemiah.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1, verse 9. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them. And again, so this is not a come as you are thing.
That's right.
This thing of ours is not as a come as you are.
Why not?
You got to get right.
To understand it is, because when you first, now why I'm saying that, because when you first come to the brothers, you have to be like that little child. You have to be willing to hear and willing to be able to change. You know, we're not just going, oh, look at this guy, he's smoking a cigarette, he came up. Now we can deal with you because we can say, listen, brother, we ain't supposed to boom, 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 boom. You got to change. Now, if you're not changing after that, though, brother, you ain't fucking.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because you have to, like, because the Lord is merciful. So we have to be merciful as well.
Yeah.
Because we have to remember that we was once not in the know that we're at now right now.
Right.
So you can't look down on another man just because you're here. No, the Lord got down with everybody. No, but he came, he knew who he was here for.
That's it.
He let your ass know when you was off. He was like, oh man, I'm telling you. He checked your ass. And he spoke in parables because it wasn't for everybody to get. So if you come, then correct, get your shit together, then you might be able to join on to us. But if not, then just keep it pushing.
Hey, and I'm going to say it like this so that I'm very, very clear. I'm going to clarify it, right? Because guess what? You cannot cause hell for 6 days a week, and then when camp come, you this holy, mighty, prophet.
Super Israelite.
Right. So no, that's out of order.
That's right. Yep.
So you have to examine, and again, I look in the mirror myself, right? Examine what you do when you're out of camp. And if you just wicked, right? So that's what I mean when I say come as you are, you can't come as you are into this thing if you're in the truth. Of course, everybody was wicked before they came into the truth. But I'm saying if you're in this thing, don't be like you in the Christian church where you just rolling and doing your own lustful things throughout the week and then come to camp and you condemning brothers, right? Condemning their doctrine, condemning what and sometimes that they be the ones that, again, that be out there, and they come with a mighty condemning spirit at camp and they acting the fool all throughout the week. So no, this is not a come as you are thing. And again, once you understand the commandments, once you understand the laws and you just sin willfully, again, not that we don't all, sin and fall short, right? But we don't continue to do it
Right.
willfully,
Right.
and then think you're gonna come to church and go to the altar,
Yep.
and then go to the altar, right?
Yep.
You was every week you're at the damn altar,
Don't just anoint me.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that's off.
That's that Christian. Cause what? There's like the brother mycologist said. What? There's no cloak for your sin.
Right.
'Cause what? Now that you know better,
Right.
and what? Like the elder apostle Tahar likes to make mention. Now there's some laws that we can't keep,
Right.
right?
Right.
But there's some laws that we also could keep.
Right.
So, you know,
Yeah.
the Lord wants us to see us, like the scripture say, what? Joshua said, what? We rehearsing the righteous acts. We rehearsing what we can do in the captivity that we're in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So things that you control, like you're not going to come in this thing, but you just had a pork chop. You know what I mean? Last
Knowing
week,
that
right?
you don't have to eat that shit.
Right.
You don't have to have.
Or you sleeping with another man's wife, right? So you just going to continue to do that, but you in the truth. Hey, and you got some guys in the truth like that, right? Hey man, I'm going to nibble on this one more shrimp, right? Right? No, that's not how this thing is. So you're going to be sought out, right? And so, hey, we're going to condemn those spirits because, hey, what does the Bible say? I'd rather you be hot or cold. I'm going to spew you out if you lukewarm. Right. So, hey, be hot for this thing, or hey, do your own thing, you know, and live it up.
And that's the what? The liberty of the Lord.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like to take advantage of the liberty of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna repent. I'm gonna repent next week.
Right.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. The Lord ain't. The Lord, the Lord is waiting. The Lord ain't waiting for you. Waiting for the Lord. The Lord ain't waiting for you.
Right. Right.
Like the Lord is waiting for you.
Right.
Like who the fuck is you think? Like the Lord, oh, he's gonna wait till I'm ready.
Right. Jake is off,
What?
man. Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna get myself together, you know. Hey, the time is right now. That's why it says, but if you Nehemiah 1:9, but if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them. He didn't say, hey, keep my commandments. Hey, you know, when you think you can. Right? Hey, when you think you can. Yeah, when you think you can. He says, and do them. Though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven, which means that we scatter here and there, and not just scatter physically, but mentally as well.
That's right.
Right?
That's how we say it. Like, yo, that nigga scattered.
Right. He's scatterbrain, right? Yeah.
Oh, that nigga gone.
Scattered.
He's gone. Like,
That's how he said it.
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Right.
He all over the place.
Right.
Oh, he all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's a spiritual, mental, and physical thing. A lot of people talk about just the scattering, the four parts. No, it's the scattered. You're spiritually scattered too, and mentally.
You scatter a bunch of different options.
Right.
You know, you go over here, you're a Muslim. You're a fucking Buddhist. Yo, I never even knew that there was Israelite Buddhists, man. That's fucking crazy. When I saw this, I was like, God damn.
Wait, hold on.
Niggas that's Israelite, but they Gentiles.
The word Israelite means.
No. They're Israelites. I'm saying Israelite.
Oh, because you know they.
We know they're Israelites. They're Gentiles, but they think that they're Buddhists.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I mean, that's what you get your Bruce Lee's and shit.
damn.
Yeah.
These niggas is crazy.
Yep.
You know, Catholics, all that shit.
I'm about to say they call Israelite.
They call them say, yeah.
No, we know. That's why I said it. They're Gentile Buddhists.
Right. Yeah.
Straight up. But
Yeah.
they're Israelites,
Gentile
they're
Buddhists.
in the Gentile state of mind.
Right. It says, yet will I gather them from thence,
See that? See that?
and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there.
See that? Yo, that's talking about us that's going to his elect. He gathered us from all of that madness that we was in. And on top of that, talking about the four corners of the earth. You know? Like the brother said, like mentally, you know, we was thought it was once one thing before. You know, you got brothers from all different walks of life that come into this thing, man. You know? And that's the beauty of the Lord. And that's for the Lord to show his power, because Esau thought they had us in derision on all aspects.
John.
You know, so the Lord's like, okay. You did that, but watch me wake him up.
Yeah, I'm
over
gonna take
here.
that one and that one.
Wake him up over there, and it's going
Yeah.
to spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Not the Canadian with all the bullshit that smoke they talking about. No, this the real smoke, man. You know, that's traveling throughout the four corners of the earth, man.
That's right.
It's the real smoke that's going to come for your ass, man. And it's going to turn to physical smoke once the nuclear missiles get it, man. But basically, I was listening to Apostle Hart, and he was going into he said right here in Babylon, he said that's the main place where Israel needs to be delivered from, needs salvation. He's like, you got Israelites in Ghana, Nigeria, they're not going to be destroyed. When the missiles come, they might
That
be
land,
part of the one third, man, in different lands. But America right here is the main place where all the destruction is going to happen. Where this place is going to be completely destroyed.
Gonna be a done bun.
That's right. Done bun, son.
Hey, this is where the fathership is coming.
That's right.
This is where
But
Astra.
all four corners, though. The Lord, because
Yeah, they're gonna see it. Yeah, they're gonna see it.
Jerusalem's going to come from the sky, so you're going to have to get beamed up.
Yeah.
You're going to come down,
That's right.
homie, take you over, man. You know?
If I was gonna say, this is where Astra saw that great and mighty mountain.
That's right. Yep.
You know, where he
What
saw the
happens in
one,
RC?
where he saw the one that was taller than the rest.
Yep.
You know, the tallest tree, which is Yahushua.
Yep.
You know, so Yahushua, hey, it tells you. Well, Isaiah saw it. Isaiah as well. He coming with fire as a whirlwind. So Yahushua is not coming for peace only unto the elect, but he's coming for vengeance, for vengeance, also for deliverance. But to who is it for? You know.
Some more on that, bro. I got it. That's a badass joke.
Yeah,
That's it. Yo, this is Psalms chapter 90, starting at verse 1. It says, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. All right, so that's going back from before time to now. That's our dwelling place. That's who we run to. Like that song from Escape, who can I run to? We run to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua. And these times when we did it in our past lives, right? So it says, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art the Most High. Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men. For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. God damn. So it's like as it was just 1,000 years, it's like it was yesterday. So we look at shit that happened yesterday, we're like, damn, that's gone. That should be some type of motivation for you, you know? Because what it said, we're gonna rule for 1,000 years, that's gonna go quick, man. Well, for the heathen, it's not gonna go quick. But we're gonna be chilling, we're gonna be living it up, enjoying ourselves. So all this hell that's happening right now to us, and we like, man, I hate this hell. You get down on yourself, remember Psalm 90, man. Because all this shit has happened like yesterday, man. You know, it's like we're in a bad tree right now. But the Lord is showing you that He's dealing. Man and brother, every week you see something.
Every week.
There's no doubt, man. Some spiritual happens every single week. You know? And it just keeps continuing. That's the Lord showing you, I'm dealing. Now if you take heed to it, you take heed. If you don't, that's on you. We ain't here to convince everybody. Like the scripture said, my sheep shall hear my voice. So you see things, you hear His voice, you're going to go accordingly, man. You're going to recognize that. You know? Because we all in the flesh, we're all men. That's the beauty of what the Lord does. He put things for you in plain sight. Things that you might look down upon. You know? What the scripture says, all of our righteousness is as a filthy rag. So you think about a bum laying on the street, the most stinkiest bum that you ever saw in your life, with shit on him and all that, and his smell, and look upon him. That's the way a lot of you niggas look to the Most High, man. You know? You can't even stand to look at that. You can't stand the sight of that. But the Lord is looking at you the same way. You got the fucking nerve to be prideful. You out your goddamn mind, man. A fucking bum. That's how you look to the Lord. And that's how you smell, man. You smell worse than that. You smell worse than the corpse that's been out here for maybe 10 days and blazing heat, starting to decay. That's how you niggas look to the Lord. And you got the nerve to still be prideful. You need to check yourselves, man. That's why the scriptures tell you to examine yourselves daily. You know, men get little titles and this and that, get comfortable. That's why I tell you, pride puff the fuck, man. You know, that shit puffs you up. And it's going to be a destruction. Let's go back into Psalms 90 and verse 3. It says, Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return ye children of men, for 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. Thou carriest them away as with the flood. They are as asleep. In the morning, they are like grass which groweth up. So what the hell you have to be prideful about? You asleep, you like grass when it groweth up. That's what happens with grass when it groweth up. It gets cut down, man. You know? Going to that song back in the 90s about Brand Nubian. Punks jump up to get beat down. You know, you want to jump up and think you're proud for the Lord, you're going to beat your ass back down to the nothing that you are. Just for thinking that you're something, man. This thing is about humility. It's about perseverance. It's about patience. It's about your dedication. It's about your compassion. You know, all these things is going towards the Lord, man. And how you treat your fellow brother. You can learn as many scriptures as you want. But if you're not applying it to your life, then you don't know shit. And you got a lot of dudes out, yo, pull out Psalm, just pull out this, and pull out that, and pull out that. Who is you trying to impress, man?
Right.
And I'm not saying that's nothing bad, because you're supposed to be on that. But don't let that puff you up, man. Because the Lord deals with the simple things of this place. All right? It says, verse 5, it says, thou carriest them away as with the flood. They are as asleep. In the morning, they are like grass which groweth up. It says, in the morning it flourisheth and groweth up. In the evening it is cut down and withereth. Like I just explained. When grass grows, you cut it down. So you puffing up, it's going to come a time for you to get cut down. And you're that ultimate chop down for you niggas that's teaching against the MOTB because you wanted to be prideful, you wanted to puff up, and you wanted to lead people astray. You're going to get cut down like that grass. You're going to wither away, man. Your doctrine is going to wither away, and the only doctrine that's going to be left on this planet is the doctrine of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arachak Wadash, man. The rest of your words don't mean shit. You know? But it says, verse 7, it says, for we are consumed by thine anger, and by thy wrath are we troubled. And that's where we at right now. We're consumed from his anger. Why you think we're not in rulership no more? As beautiful people as we are, as much things as we know, doctors, lawyers, physicians, you know, scientists, people, artists, that's our people. And everything that we put our hands to, they steal from us and put their name on it. You know, so they know damn well who they got in captivity. And we ain't here to convince you about it. If you can't see the writing on the wall, so to speak, then you just don't see it. You'll end up just like this family right here, the mother leading them in the goddamn children in the church. Listen to another man talk shit.
Right.
You end up like that, man. And that's how a lot of us
So
grew up,
people,
man.
yeah, that's how a lot of us grew up.
A lot of us grew up.
Yeah.
The mother leading, you don't see no father there, no foundation. And she's taking him to a church. The children, the two boy children, they kidnapped by their mother, taking them to the church and hear some bullshit ass philosophy to bow down to her ass. Fucking bow down. And that's just plain and simple, and that's exactly what it is. You know, your children get kidnapped by the mothers. That's why they put your dumb ass on child support. You know?
Hey, because the power's in their hands to
right.
to do just that.
That's right.
And they think it's cute.
Right.
And they use it against brothers too, right? Hey, to try to put some fear in us, right? Or to try to belittle us, right? Hey, I'll put you on child support.
Yep.
I'm going to, matter of fact, I'm going to put you
Yep.
on child support. That's what they say, right?
That's what that fear is. That's why I know fear.
Evil.
Check this out, bro. Yeah, this one right here, it says, verse 8, back in Psalms 90, right here, it says, thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. Hey, I'm going to read that again. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance, man. He sees everything, man. He's looking at like, okay, that's why I tell you, we're like filthy rags, man. So you can't get all prideful and high-minded. I'm better than this brother. I know more precepts than him. Yeah, brother, I got more breakdowns. I've been around longer than you. That's some prideful shit, and you're going to be seen, man. You know, but what are you really doing behind the camera?
Right.
The secret, like you said, the secret sins, man.
Right.
The secret sins, because you try to hide them, but the Lord brings all those things out.
Hey, that's that come as you are spirit, right? You think you can do that forever?
Yep.
No, you can't.
Yep. Oh, I did this today, but tomorrow I'm just trying to.
Right.
Yeah, but you fall 7 times, you pick yourself back up. But it will behoove you to not fall.
Right.
You know?
Because some of them, that's how some of them went back to their vomit, because they kept playing and being lukewarm and thought they can disguise themselves when they're at camp. When you're at camp, you're just a different person. The Lord's going to sift you out.
But it said when you backside, you get seven more spirits.
Demons, yeah.
That's stronger than the first one I was
Right.
You know?
Right.
But it says, read that again, verse 8, Psalm chapter 90, verse 8. It says, Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. God damn. Yo, it's not just the Lord's movie. So we spend our years as a tale that's told, because everything that was written before is written is for us right now, for our learning, for our understanding, and we're living our judgment. But some people don't realize that, and they don't believe that, man. You know, so they sit there and try to make it seem like, oh well, this is not, man. The Lord is very angry, and He's not playing with you. And every day that you live your life, the Lord is watching it. He's taking notes along with His heavenly angels.
That's right.
You know? So everything that you're doing, you think you're doing something in secrecy. You're not doing it in secret, because the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So He sees everything.
That's right.
All right? So when you scoff, He even knows your thoughts, man. You know, the Lord just blocked them demons.
Right, so they can hear. Hey, just marking them. They just mark themselves.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord knows.
And they wanted us to lash out, because like, a lot of them, they lash out. No, you motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all believe what y'all believe.
Yeah.
If you want to hear, you'll come and listen.
Right.
I'm not trying to convince you.
Yeah, we're here to teach.
That's
we
right.
ain't here for the chaos and all other nonsense.
Hey, what the Lord said, don't give casting out your pearls before swine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shows right there is not the pearls, is the wisdom is not meant for everybody.
What you just said?
What?
We here to teach, right?
Right.
Check this out.
Jeez. Bring it up.
I'm gonna read verse 9 again, but where it's at is in 12. Verse 9, it says, For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 60 years and 10. So a score, I believe, is 20 years. All right, so 3 scores, that's 60 years. 60 and 10 is 70 years. That's the actual life expectancy of us, right? It says the days of our years are 60 and 10. And if by reason of strength they become Salaki, they be 80 years, so you live to be 80. You know? And that's a long life. Like my grandma lived to be 99 years old. You know? You got some people, they live over that because they follow the dietary laws and the scriptures. You know, and that's what they tell you. But yeah, in this age right now, the life expectancy is 70 years. And it says by grace you live to be what? 80. All right, and that's the same because of the foods that you eat, everything, the air you breathe, everything's toxic.
Right. He said by grace.
By grace.
Yeah. Particularly what they put in our stores, in our tap water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guns and all that shit. So
Yeah,
drugs.
The big God.
Right.
Grace.
Yeah.
It says,
He's still here.
Yeah. Verse 10, it says, the days of our years are 60 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years. Yet is their strength, labor, and sorrow, for it is soon cut off. And we fly away. Man, God damn. You know, because those going to come in time. That's what if we go, the death keeps coming up. You know, I pray that we don't gotta see it, but if we do, we know about it. So it's so big. But God was saying, look, you're going to fly away. So your spirit leaves your body and goes back into the heavens. That's going into Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. It says, then shall the flesh return, then shall the dust return to the ground as it was, and the spirit returns back to God who gave it. So when you see like different videos, he was filming people, and it said their spirit left out of the body, so you see it. You know, so that's you flying away, man. When you get beamed up, you're gonna fly away, man. Just like Yahushua, he flew away, man. You know, it says it says verse 11, who knoweth the power of thine anger, even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. So teach us the number of days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. And that's what you said about the teaching. You know, teach us nowadays so we get. Matter of fact, we'll read that again. It says, so teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
That's the spirit. You can't make that.
You know what I mean? Then you talking about you, man.
Right.
Teach. And that's what we got. We're telling him to teach us so we can teach you. And what brothers do, they bring out healthy foods and everything. You know, diets and everything. Everything that we have written in this book is for our learning, for our understanding, for our wisdom, and for us to better our people. That's why what they serve you and all this stuff. That's why they got this factory made meat now. You know, they making it from machines or embryos of animals. It's not even animals natural. It's factory made meat now. You know, so they're supposed to eat that. So now you see all these things. That should even put you more in the mood to fast, man. Like, man, what the fuck am I eating, man? Even eating the fruit is fucked up, man. I bought some strawberries the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the small ones because they look more grillable. And I'm eating. I'm like, God, man, this shit don't even taste the same. You know, like it's like they old. I bought blueberries, banana. That shit is trash, man.
Yeah.
You know. So you know these things, man. That's why. Damn, Billy. But you gotta like. We're talking about food. You just dropped. That's why I fucking soda, man. But yo, man, that should put you in the mood to not even want this stuff. Cause yo, that's why they're trying to control all the food. Because they figure, yo, I'm gonna feed them. I'm gonna make the prices go up. Nah, we're going to trust in the Lord. Remember when we was in the wilderness with Moses, man.
That's right.
It was that man.
We couldn't run in no goddamn stores and no markets to get nothing to eat, man.
Right.
You depended on him. Because we're his creatures, he's the creator, and he knows when to feed you, when you need it, man.
That's right.
He always comes through in the nick of time. And right now, it's not going to be on your time.
Right.
We're not on our time at all. We're on his time.
Yeah, he's so true.
We're on his time.
We just keep praying.
That's right.
And what? And it was worse because, like you said, bro, we didn't have that kind of stores. We didn't have no local supermarkets. You know, all we had was the wilderness and faith that the Lord was going to make it rain, or we was going to be able to find food. But remember, the Lord always made a way. Like what? Elijah in the wilderness. He set the bird, set the amount of food. What? Moses, he had water come out of a rock.
Yep, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Daniel, when he was in the lion's den, he had the prophet that went over there, never been over there and sent him food. Here, hold on.
Right.
So, and those are just 3 examples.
Right.
Out of many that, you know what I mean?
Hey, Yahushua.
What, Yahushua himself? What, how many? 2 fish?
Yeah.
And 3
pieces of bread, yeah.
Fed, what, 5,000?
Yeah.
4,000? But the people followed because they were what? Being fed in the flesh rather than looking in the spirit.
Right.
That's why Yahushua said what? They knew not the miracle of the loaves. Because what? He is the miracle, man.
Right, yep.
He is the loaves. Right. He's the one that fed them. But they followed because that's the same thing now. A lot of motherfuckers going to follow because they seen the benefits now in flesh. Oh, we eating now. We ain't coming over here fucking soup kitchen.
Well, why you say,
you know what I'm saying? But what?
Why did the scriptures tell you that people will be willing in the day of that
power?
But that, you know, just to make the point, that's why when the disciples went to leave, they asked Yahushua. That's why Yahushua snapped, like, yo, like, I'm the bread, so to speak. Like, I'm him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not also whatever, but like, that was the point he was trying to prove to people. Like, he's him. He's the one you follow, you know? He gave to the spirit of Yahweh. He was the provider. So there's no way you could call upon the Father without the Son. That's another thing. You know,
And, that's why. That's one of the main reasons why he was born in a manger. Because a manger is an instrument or a thing where animals eat from. You know, that's why I said, eat this bread. This is my body. Because we feed off of Yahweh Shah spiritually. You know? Because he said, you drink of me, you'll never thirst. Why? Because you got everything you need. You know? Eat from him, you'll never hunger again. Right. Why? Because you hungry for the scriptures, you're hungry for knowledge. That's what he's talking about. And of course, knowing that, you're going to eat physically. You know, and he was showing you, though, 2 loaves and two fish and 7 loaves. You know, and he fed the people like that, boom, boom, because he believed that he could do it, and he did it.
Right,
you know?
Right.
Same way in that time when we coming up into, men going to do the same thing, man.
John.
Going to believe. And everybody ain't going to be around to get a piece of that, man. That's why I said my servant shall eat. You don't know how you're going to eat. We don't know.
Right.
We just and it's not for us to know right now. We know what we read, and it's for us to know that we're supposed to have faith in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Yahushua, in those up and coming time.
Hey, we always say, hey, we trust in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Everybody else need receipts.
That's right, yo.
Everybody else.
That's right. Yep. That's right. I'm gonna be like the old head checking out. As soon as I finish punching out,
right.
Oh man, you rang me up wrong for this. Thought this is what said.
That's our trust.
You're gonna be in the spirit world, but by the time you check the last,
that's right.
Hey, but that's why the Lord said what? He even feeds the birds. So what more us that we was given dominions for the earth?
Check it out. Yeah, this is what we need right here. Verse 13. Back to Psalms 90 and 13. It says, return, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. How long, and let it repent thee concerning thy servant. We want him to return. It's a song I listen to now called Warning. And in the song by, I forgot the Benjamin's name, but it's called Warning. And in the song they're saying, come down. They're telling the Lord to come down, man. They want him to come back and restore righteousness to this place, man. You know? And that's what they keep saying, come down, calm down. No, they chanting that because that's what this scripture just said right here. It says, return, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, how long? And that's the righteous servant. Because you're like, yo, how long are you going to keep putting the screws, man? You know? Because it's your flesh. You get like, man, yo, we want to go home. We apologize.
Hey.
Forgive us, man.
Tired.
You know? Yeah. But see, his and he hears because his mouth has spoken it. He can't let it go before he said what he was going to do, because that would make him a liar. He's not a liar. You know? So whatever he spoke, it has to happen. So that exact date, that exact time, and then it's going to happen. Right. Even how the Lord, he got the boundaries of the seas, where the sea can only go to a certain point, and that has to receive back. That's his words, man. You know? That's his words. It ain't going to go further than what he spoke. It ain't going to go no further than what he spoke. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
But it says, verse 13, back in Psalms 90:13, it says, return, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, how long, and let it repent thee concerning thy servant. O satisfy us early with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Make us glad according to the days wherein thou hast afflicted us, and the years wherein we have sinned, wherein we have seen thee. Let thy work appear unto thy servant, and thy glory unto their children. And let the beauty of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua power be upon us, and establish down the work of our hands upon us. Yeah, let the work of our hands establish down it. You know, everything that we put our hands to, we want the Lord to take the curses off, because our hands is blessed. We want to reap the benefits of what our hands do, man. And a part of what our hands is doing is coming out here and speaking his words, man. We want to reap the benefits of that. You know, this is a part of work. And that's and it's actually, you can see it because, like the brother brought out earlier, this word has reached the gates of the nobles. You know, they're angry. They really want to. If they could come here right now and tell us they would do it. If they could get it, they would fucking do it. Better believe that. And they're talking about it. Believe that. Every day, how we going to kill these niggas? How we going to get them niggas off the streets?
Right.
What are we going to do? What's our plan? You know? they meditate that. So we meditate for the Lord.
Hey, and they already assassinated our character.
Yeah.
A lot of these false flag stuff, right? So they're already doing that, right? So now, as the brother's saying, they want to, how we gonna do it physically? Now we gotta do it physically. We gotta get them off.
Hey,
They want to hear that? Hey,
hey, if I may add, yo, like you said, brother,
The
physically.
lion started roaring.
Yeah.
Because once you expose somebody for what they doing,
Right.
once you expose a fucking magician or whatever,
Scooby-Doo.
he can't continue. Yeah, we put a mask on.
Yeah.
We got you. No, but
You meddling children.
I would have got away with it.
away with it.
But once you can't, yo, Esau is a one-trick pony, right? They do with their repetitiveness continuously. We know, all right, that's Esau with their tactics of riots,
Right.
with the tactics of the famine, with whatever. But the point I wanted to make was what a magician, right? For example, once you expose a magician for what he's doing, like Esau, once you expose their witchcraft and their lies, they got no choice but to what? Come down with full force.
Yeah, harder.
Because what? They're going to keep trying to, we got sorted out. Now we got to use everything in our arsenal to shut them up.
Right.
Yo, that's
Right.
really what
You know what I'm
just
saying?
said.
Now
Right.
they got no choice
Right.
but to
Yeah.
come forth. That's why it says that they have but a short time. That's why
Yeah.
they're going to come down.
Having
No,
great wrath.
with great wrath.
Yeah.
Because they know they got that. That's it. Esau, your kingdom is over, and you know that, and that's why you trying to. But what? You can't do nothing against what you before.
That's all she
Straight up.
wrote,
That's
baby.
exactly what you said about the witchcraft, because it refers to this place as the daughter of the Chaldeans. You know, and the Chaldeans was heavy in the witchcraft.
Yeah,
You know, they was heavy in it.
yeah.
Just like the Egyptians. You know, that's why Moses had to throw the staff down after they put the two down. You know, and his staff made up the two serpents from Pharaoh, man. You know, you got some.
This book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 28.
Good.
I got a few on deck.
Then Peter began to say unto him, Lo, we have left all
Ooh,
and have followed thee.
Talk to him.
And Yahushua answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time,
Right there.
houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life.
Right.
But many that are first shall be last, and the last first.
Right, so you got men here.
Right.
Yo, what was Yahweh Shah when he came here? Guess what? He was the first spirit ever created. He put himself as the last to be here. To teach y'all. To teach us. He put himself as the last to be here. Now he's back to the first. You know? The Lord brought us down here and put us in this situation to see how you want to take it. What you gonna do? You're gonna lose everything. Yo, this truth, man, it's like I'm going through a lesson by songs of a brother about called the haves and the have-nots. And the have-nots is you heathens. Because you don't have a salvation. You don't have a power to call on, man. You have nothing. We're the haves, because we have Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakadash, man. We got him. So we're the haves, even though it might look like we have not here,
Right.
because you got all this material and all this that you throwing up and all that. Yo, we really have. That's what the Lord just told us. What the brother just brought out in that scripture. You know, whenever you forsake here, yo, we're talking about galaxies, man.
100-fold.
100. We're talking about galaxies.
That's being polite.
100.
I seen the video, right? It was a woman. She was laying there. She was laid up in like a lawn chair. Back up, maybe she was next to a pool. The song on there that was playing was "Now You're Just Somebody That I Used to Know." It was like, "Now you're just somebody that I used to know." And as it was doing it, the camera was backing away from her. So you saw her and backed away. And this how it made me think. I'm like, God damn, this how small we are. It went back into the galaxy. Then it was going to the galaxies, and like it would know that visual was crazy. I'm looking at this shit like, damn. So we really worried about the little small shit that you have there, the people that you're around. That's why the Lord tells you, yo, you meet new people, you keep moving, you keep doing the work, you travel, man. You know, in your daily walk, because you're gonna come around people. People are so scared to let go of things, man. That's like, oh, it's my day one, I'm gonna stay with them. And that's the nigga that kill your ass.
Right.
You know? Because you're scared to let go. Niggas are scared to let go of shit, man. You know, to move forward. Because you don't understand that's moving in faith. You know, when you walking blindly into something and you trusting in the Lord, that's showing faith. You're putting your step out there. Just like Peter when he hopped off the boat when he saw Yahweh Shai. As soon as he took his eyes off Yahweh Shai, that's when he started to sink. So you don't never take your eyes off the prize, man. The prize is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Harachak Wadash, man.
Right, Khan. And he let you know who not to take your eyes off, because it's going to be your woman.
That's right.
It's going to be your brother. It's going to be your sister.
That's right.
It's going to be your mother and father and all your friends, right?
That's right. Yep. Just so-called.
Right. To take you off
That's right.
of your walk.
That's right.
The true walk and the true money and the true wealth.
There you go. That's right. But they want to keep you stuck. That's why the time is what? The time is right now. Man. The time is right now. We're telling them, proving it to you. Why is the time to wake up and get the hell up out of this place, man? Spiritually, man.
John.
Physically, it's going to come when the Lord comes being up. You know, just like a man that's locked up in jail. You know, a man that's locked up in jail, he's physically locked up, but they can't lock his mind up, man.
Hey, Khan, you said that. Hey, yeah.
Oh, the boss.
Yeah, right there. Hey, the spirit.
You can't lock
That's
his
the
mind.
spirit.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you can't, man. Hey, man. Hey, go hold on, y'all. About to see outside. Every week. Hey, yo.
Peace.
Right, yeah.
And he spoke to it.
Right.
He was like, hey,
And that's
how
the
you doing?
chief.
The first time when he came,
Right.
that's a sorry.
It's
That's
all
white
right.
shirt. That's the supervisor when they go.
Yeah.
You know, but they can physically lock you up, but they can't lock up your mind. Once they have your mind physically trapped,
Gone.
but now you're stuck and you're trying to, how can I get out of this?
Right.
Your mind is gone, man. When they say your mind is a
Terrible thing to waste. Yeah.
No, and that's a fact. Because once you got a man's mind, you control all his actions, his emotions, all
Right.
that, man. You become his God, man. Straight up. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, if I may add, and that's why a lot of people is going to be unstable in the times to come, because what? They're not going to have Yahweh Shah supping with them. They're not going to have the Lord supping with them. So they're going to panic. That's why the scriptures say what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be what?
Stability of that time.
Of that time. This is what's going to keep our minds stable, balanced out. So when you see shit that you never saw in your life, in this generation, to be able to be stable in the midst of cannibalism, in the midst of people getting ran over, in the midst of martial law, in the midst of seeing shit you never saw, to still be able to be cool. Like, yo,
The
Lord,
purge, right? The purge is
the
coming.
Lord got to mentally, you have to have that sound mind.
So if you never seen a person get killed before in front of your face, like people say, oh, I saw it on video, and no. It's
not the
nothing
same.
like being right there, seeing that shit.
Right.
And when you see certain shit, you still have flashbacks in your mind, like, oh shit, damn, that reminded me of when I saw this.
Yeah,
You know, like you sit in the hood, like you from the hood, whatever, you seen a motherfucker get murdered. You just mind your business, somebody did some dumb shit, somebody run up in there on them and you just happen to be there and they hit a boom, you're like, oh shit. You know? But that's just the Lord. Yo, hey man, blue man, Lord, the Lord's preparing your mind because you're going to see a lot of death.
Right.
That's for you to go to understand that.
Hey, you get numb to it, right? You don't get emotional. You don't like, no, you be like, dang.
Some people, they get stuck. Like in the war. In the war, when you see death, if you freeze up in the war, when you see death, you're going to be the next motherfucker to die. Man.
Yeah.
Because you can't take it. That's why the niggas, they start getting high, doing different type of drugs, because their mind mentally, they wasn't stable enough to handle that shit.
Right.
And that's why when it comes to this up and coming time, you have to have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachakadas dealing with you to make it through this, man. Because you got a lot of great talkers out there.
Right.
You know, you got a
Actors.
lot of great talkers.
Yeah.
Well pronounced words.
Prophet actors.
You know? But when
Prophetic
the time,
actors.
Yeah, when the time is coming. Well, all those words that you said, because every idle word that comes out of your mouth, you're held accountable for, man. You know?
I like. Appreciate it.
Word, bro. I got something. Bring that up.
All right. Real quick, the book of First Peter's. This is the book of First Peter's, chapter 4, verse 18. It says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well doing, as unto a faithful Creator."
See that? Unto a faithful Creator. Because what? The Lord created us, and everything that He told us He was going to do, He does it. That's a faithful Creator. Even if He tell you, I'm going to kill you, He told you, and that happened. He was faithful. He kept His word. He said, I'm going to deliver you. So just like He sent His Son, Yahweh Shai. He said, there's some of you that's not going to taste death. Some of you going to be martyrs in whatever category you fall into. So the Lord, He speaks it before it happens. All you have to do is speak something, and it comes into existence, man. That's how bad. That's a bad king. Whatever He say going to happen is going to happen. He ain't lying to you, and that's a man of respect. That's a man of fear. A man that's always making up that I might do this, I might not. It's a double-minded man. But a man that speaks his mind and actually holds to what he said, that's a dangerous man. You know, he's not no sucker. He's not no yes man. All right, you have to stand for something, and we stand for righteousness. All right, unless we're fall for wickedness and be like the rest of these niggas out here. You have to have an example. You know, you have to have somebody to see that example. So when you see that example, you're going to turn to it, you're going to keep continuing your wicked ways, man. You know? I got sure this is our Sirach, chapter 18, starting at verse 1. It says, He that liveth forever created all things in general. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah only is righteous, and there is none other but He, who governeth the world with the palm of His hand, and all things obey His will. See that? All things obey His will, man. So whether you think you're going against Him or not, you still obeying His will, man. He governeth the whole world. What govern means to control, man.
Right.
You know? So like I said, He's a man of His word. So if He said you want to be put to death, you will surely be put to death. Guess what? It's going to happen. You know? Why? Because He spoke those words, man. Esau always lying, man.
Shit.
You know, they're the father of lies, man.
Yep.
But the Lord is the father of truth. That's why this thing is called the truth. You know, what religion is that? It ain't no fucking religion. It's called the truth, and we're telling you about our heritage. Because we were put here to be the truth, to tell the truth. Like Beanie Siegel said, nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth, every time we step on these highways and hedges, we're spitting the truth, and we spit the truth every single day, man.
Not our own words, not from our own thoughts and opinions.
Right, that's right.
You know, hey, from the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that's it. You know, and the brother said, hey, his words will not come back void.
It will not go out void. That's right.
That's right, brother. Like it said,
that's right. Hey, what the Lord declared. Real quick, what it said. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. So it already happened. Everything we reading already happened. We just got to go through it. It already happened.
We just read it. What? That was in I forgot the scripture up there. Psalms 9.
Oh, Psalms 9.
But no, we was reading about like him, like, yo, man, he does everything. You know?
And the Lord said the kingdom is already prepared.
Well, we just like that's basically like a movie. We're living it.
Right.
We're living. His words already spoken. We're living through it. You know?
Yep. Just like a motherfucker who saw a movie already, compared to a person who's watching it for the first time. You're looking at them, they're like, oh shit, no, he's gonna kill. No, you go, and you're looking at them, chill, just watch, be easy. He's good, he ain't going nowhere. I know the end already. And then we got the salvation.
Right.
Just chill.
Right.
That's Yahweh. He's like, I got you, homie.
Just
what? Chill.
And
we like, Lord, please. Even though the Lord wants us to see, like, you know, God, make his ears heavy. But he's looking at us like, Just relax. I got you.
But that pleases him.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it pleases for you to call upon him. He's the one that created it.
It pleases him.
Everything that he does is for his pleasure. You know? Everything he does is for his pleasure, not for
That's
ours.
right. That's it.
But it says, going back in Sirach chapter 18, starting at verse 3, it says, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all. By his power dividing holy things among them from profane. God damn. So that's why you can't be equally yoked with everybody. He divides the clean things from the unclean things. Even going into your dietary law. There's certain things you're supposed to eat. You know, you can't keep eating garbage and think that your body's going to keep functioning. But they say you are what you eat, just like a car. If you got a fucking diesel tank truck and you put regular unleaded in your truck, it's going to break the fuck down. And it ain't going to work right. You know? So you have to put the right fuel into it, man. And this is the right fuel into our spirit. You know, to fuel us to keep us going. That's like you got to put the right fuel into your body physically, what you eat, man. You know?
Yep.
This place is fucked up.
No, because what? The scriptures refer to as the oil.
That's right.
And what we when we read it,
That's
and what it refute, because what in the car with a car, you gotta always get an oil change. Because after a while, if you got dirty blood, your body's not gonna function properly. If you got dirty blood, you bound to catch a heart attack. You bound to get inflammation. You bound to get clogged up. You know, because your shit it clogged. Yeah, so
that's what the younger guy did a lot.
And what? And Jake suffers that. That's one of the main things, Jake. The clogged art, the prey, the gluten, the arteries, the clogged up shit.
That's gear for us anyway.
So what? The scriptures is the oil, right? So the fire is what? Our spirit. So when you got this precious oil, the oil is what keeps that spirit, which is our with the fire, which is our spirit to burn.
He just said, fuck y'all.
Hey, you know what? He just marked himself.
Right. Hey, he's walking though. Right.
So you're not saying fuck us, you're saying fuck the hood.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the one who said that.
Right.
That's right. He said, man, fuck y'all. Then what? Now you put your music on, music in here, so yo, the Lord heard that. You know
all right,
so that's
mark yourself.
You can go and drop that. So
yeah, he marked yourself.
But like you said, you marked yourself. But you said, fuck us.
Right.
All we doing, we're coming in peace.
Right.
You know?
They're trying to get you to understand who you are and repent. I heard something.
He said, man, fuck.
And yeah, so I started looking.
Yeah, he said, fuck.
But he ain't look back over
Yeah,
there.
he was looking right over here. And then when I looked, that's what he was like.
Oh, okay.
Just like the dude up there, he said something, and I looked at it. And then he turned around. Some shit. So that's two scholars. They moved right there. You know? Hey, man. Yo,
hey, they did not come in the realm, though.
Israelites, that's right. They can't even come in this.
Right. Right.
But as angels, they see.
Right. That ain't happening.
All you can do is shoot words from him. It's a drive-by shoot.
Yeah.
Man, fuck y'all. It's a drive-by squad.
Right. Yeah. Pew.
That's right, scope.
Yeah.
No, but yo, you know it's heavy though, because what? You say he put the headphone there. So he's listening to another, he's dancing to another tune.
Yeah.
Rather than dancing to the righteous tune.
Right.
And furthermore, he climbed his ears.
He climbed.
Yeah.
He said, those have ears to hear, let them hear.
Let my sheep shall hear.
He's not here.
My
He's
sheep
not
shall
one
hear.
of the sheep. So we're going to get concerned upset that he said that.
Yeah.
We're going to keep speaking.
That's what they want. They want to say, hey, what do they? Oh, man, we ain't doing all that, man.
Yeah.
We ain't doing all that.
It's just the devil he shot free.
He said that to the Lord.
Right.
So diving back into Sirach chapter 18, verse 4, it says, to whom hath he given power to declare his works? And who shall find out his noble acts? Who shall number the strength of his majesty? And who shall also tell out his mercies, man? And he gave that power to his prophets, man. To come out here and tell you the mercies of the Lord, man. Tell you about all the prophecies that's going on. That's what we're here to do. Just like the Jews said, fuck us, well, really not fuck us, fuck you. Because that's what the Lord's going to say to you in that day. You know, he said, yo, those that don't deny the Father and the Son, you know, if you don't deny the Son in front of mankind, he's not going to deny you in front of his Father, man. So that dude, he's going to get denied in front of the Lord. Because God guarantee you, when all hell, oh, Jesus, Jesus.
Right.
But he looked like Ephraim, so he might have been Ephraim or Manasseh. Maybe Issachar, man. You know? But yo, you're going to call on folks, but you had an opportunity to come over here and hear the name of the Lord and get some real knowledge, man. Get some real food, man. You know, instead of scoffing and looking at us like you're crazy. All right, so verse 6. It says, as for the wondrous works of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, neither can the ground of them be found out. So you're not going to figure out everything that the Lord has, man. So you got like Ezra, he was a dude that he always had a lot of questions, man. Well, Lord, this, and that. That's good, though. You know, and the Lord gave him what he was asking for. But you got some men, they think that they know more than the Lord. You know? That's why the Lord want to shut their ass down. Fuck them up.
They get, what is it? What's that scripture? Knowledge, perfect up.
Yeah, yes. Well, we ain't great out reference. But it says, when the man have done, then he beginneth. It's like it says, when the man have done, then he beginneth, and when he leaveth off, then he shall be doubtful. What is a man, and whereto serveth he? What is his good, and what is his evil? The number of a man's days at the most are 100 years. And we went into that before. Like I said, my grandma lived to be 99 years old. We just brought that out in I believe that was Jeremiah. It's in years of 10. That's 70 years. It said with strength.
Plus 80.
With strength, it'll be about 80 years old. So it said a man years is 100 years old. You know, right now. Because a man was supposed to live forever. Then you had back in the like Noah's time and all that, you were supposed to live to be about 1,000 years old. Methuselah was one of the longest living people on the planet. He lived to be like 985, around there. You know, so men live longer, but now that goes to show you that the earth weakens through age, man. Yeah. So now the earth's been around, so you had these people running it and everything. So now what they say, they don't make niggas how they used to. You know, but they do, but you know, we don't follow the laws as the commandments, man. It's not the time for it's the time for the end of this place. So now we can really live again when we don't sin again in our kingdom when we're not going to die. That's what the Lord intended from the beginning. Like it's a song from this Benjamin group, but it's called "Faith Can Move Mountains." And he said at the beginning, he said, "So as it was in the beginning, so it shall be at the end." So in the beginning we was ruling, and in the end we will. Lord, what he said, declaring the beginning, the end from the beginning. You know, so as it was in the beginning, because the Lord made the earth for our sakes, according to 2 Ezra 6 chapter, he made the earth for our sakes, and he's supposed to rule everything. He gave Adam all the animals that come named. Adam named all of it, and to this day, they're still called the same things. You know, just different languages, but you still know what they are. You know, he gave them their names, and it's going to come back to what we call them in that pure language, going to Zephaniah. It's that pure language of serving. We're going to be speaking pure Paleo Hebrew once again. You know, like we spoken in the beginning, so it's at the end, we're going to be a rulership, and all these other nations are going to be under us and in subjection to us, man. You know?
And like you bring out too. I mean, hey, this is righteousness, right? Right. And this is the Lord's movie, so this is His will. That's right, yeah. So you got all these, you got Esau and other heathen nations, right? They want to attempt to upset prophecy. Hey, man, there's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can say. So what we tell you, go ahead and live your life. YOLO it. You know. Hey, John. You know, so hey, all we're doing is again waiting on the Lord and doing the works that we have been commanded to do. You know, week in and week out, we command. You know, until He shuts everything down.
Yo, and that's another thing, if I may, cause what? We're being made as what? Priests of the earth. Right? So what? We declaring the righteousness of the Lord. We declaring his commandments. We're declaring his grace. You know? And his grace period is about to end. You know, the Lord didn't he came to fulfill the law, not to destroy it. But what? We came to declare that which the Lord is about to fulfill. You know? We're just what? We're presenting it. Like I said, playing upon tables. Not everybody's worthy to sit and eat on that royal table, man. You know, so like a table, like what we doing? We got the table right here.
Preparing it.
Yeah. You got the fruits, the meat, the potatoes. Ain't nobody gonna eat this. But what? Did they go to a soup kitchen or some shit? Oh, no,
stirring up tonight.
I got soup in the
but I got that. What is it? You can't remember that. I got that.
I got the piece of the bag. So he's commanding. I got you.
Right.
Double joint.
I got it. That's another thing, because what? That's another commandment. Oh, we got to live by the law, all right. But there's multiple commandments. Laws, statutes, and commandments. What are you commanded to do? You're commanded, first of all, to speak the truth. A lot of them ain't speaking the truth. You going off right there.
Like you said, it's a commandment, not a request.
Yeah, right. It's a duty. It's a law. The Lord told us. He ain't asked us.
Please go out there.
This is our job.
He said, no, get out there.
Right. Yeah, you know, my parents.
Gotcha.
It's the job.
My parents used to tell me, nigga, I ain't asking.
Right.
You know when your parents be like, oh, do something. Oh, but what? No, I ain't asking.
Right.
You know, that's what the Lord said. He ain't asking.
Right.
So we don't get brownie points. We're supposed to do this.
Right.
But anyway, just to get what the brother asked for, the book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 5. It says, I am the vine. You are the branches.
He's a foundation. He's the stone that the builders refuse. So he's the vine with the branches, because we're connected to him. So when you feed a bush, right, you feed it from the roots up. The roots suck it up and it feeds the rest of the body, man. So he's that vine, he's the root, man. He's the cornerstone. You know, and with the branches, so he gets fed from Yahweh feeds him and he feeds us. And that's what makes us that tree, man. You know, to come out here and to be able to gather fruit and to plant seeds as well. Seeds that's like to ourselves, man. You know?
It says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him.
So we're all in the table, man. You got a tree. That's why they say your family tree, you branch out. You never know where you're going. But you come from that tree, and what you do, you still plant the same seeds from that tree that you come from, because that tree is a part of you. You know? And you just bring those same seeds and plant them in another soil, and it continues on and on and on and on.
Yo, hey, if I may add to it, and that's why what? When you go into the first book of the beloved prophet St. Matthew, it goes into lineage. Then it goes into who Yahweh Shah is going to save. But what is going down to what? The men. Did the scripture say what? Brother Cal.
Flock of my pastures are men.
Come on, bro. There you go. The flock of my pasture are men. That's what the Lord said. Because because what? Because, hey, all right, yeah. But so for those people that, are simple or whatever, when the scriptures refer to as men, it's referred to as all people. In some verses. In some verses, if thou can tell.
That right there is men.
So what? So when it say my pasture, now it is specifying these people, this specific flower or this specific animal. So the Lord is making what? A separation. My pasture. Not because you got pastures. You got all pastures.
Right.
You got polluted pastures. You got polluted churches. You got, but what is it? The Lord's pasture. It's meant.
Hey, and out of the 12, right?
You jumping the gun,
Was there one that wasn't a man? Hey, so that show you by action.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
you know what I mean? Yeah. He say and he acts on.
Jumping the gun now.
Hey, it's like, yeah.
Yo, Salaki.
Got you.
I'm gonna bring out what you want to do. Pardon me. You know, we gotta the zealous. It's not the sea, but it said, St. John chapter 15 verse 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing.
See that?
Right?
Saying said bring forth much fruit. Just you branch off and you bring forth the same fruit. Because what? Yahweh Shah brought forth 144,000. On top of that, not just that, and multitude. You know? But he is through Yahweh, he's that seed, he's the core, he's the foundation of that. You know? And that's why going to the parable, you said the kingdom of heaven is like into a man that when he gave you measurements. He's like, he gave this man 5 talents, he gave him 4, he gave him 3, he gave him 2, he gave him 1. That's the kingdom of heaven. That's that tree. He gave you some money for you to go double it. According to the spirit and power that he gave you, you don't hold it back and try to hide it.
Under your pillow.
Yeah, come. But Lord, I knew you was all still just waiting for you to come back so I could give it back to you. He was like, yo,
right.
What you doing?
It in your knapsack, buried it, and you buried it. Yeah,
you can't use that. I gave you something for you. I showed you how to use it, how to flip it.
Right.
You just settle it.
Showed you how to do this, son.
Fuck it up. Slothful servant.
And so what? So how you supposed to multiply?
That's right.
Right, like you got chicken and what? They know how to flip. They know how, I'm gonna flip a brick. I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna flip that.
Right.
They wise to do evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what? When you flip the truth, you're multiplying. In order for you to multiply, you gotta speak the truth.
You gotta do the work.
Because if not, you're gonna be a blind leader leading the blind.
Right.
So you gotta what? That's bearing fruit. You know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to bear fruit through our actions, through the works, through even when we fuck up. How are we gonna get better so we can share our testimony? You know what I'm saying? Because what? That's our forefathers. We all fall short. But to multiply the truth, to not selling the truth, like you niggas that want to be simple, because freely you have received from the dead. But what? How to multiply it by what? Spreading the truth. That's it.
And modeling too. Don't just speak. Don't just talk. Because hey, you come out here and camp, and then you go and you just a demon. Hey, you doing whatever you right?
The socialites.
Right.
You got the socialites. This is verse 6. St. John chapter 15 verse 6. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned.
Woo!
That's ultimately that fire is coming, man. But you listen to these different doctrines and all that, that's taking you right to that fire. So because you don't abide in him, you don't abide in you, so you have no foundation. So it's easy for you to be ripped up, taken into a doctrine and ruined. You know? It's like we saw the brother that was across the street earlier when we first opened up. The brother Shammai used to be in the camp. Now he went to Ayahuasca. He caught up in the doctrine. He was so more worried about wearing fringes than the actual doctrine.
Looking good. Yeah, he wants to look good. The look and feel good.
Yeah, he was like, I gotta have my fringes on. I'm not gonna get destroyed because of you. I was like, damn. I said, that's crazy. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
Right.
So you went to a place where there's numbers. The Lord's not dealing with numbers. No, not a lot of numbers. He always dealt with the underdogs. Right? He always dealt with the underdogs.
I got something real quick. Oh, shut up.
Nah, go ahead, bring it up.
It's real quick. Back up what you said. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 11. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest,
Right.
lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Right.
For the word of God is quick and powerful.
Come on, yo. Like, chill. Y'all draw.
As sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thought and intents of the heart. That's just it. The book of Hebrews, chapter 4, and verse number 11, it says, "Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest."
That's right. So that's what we're doing right now. We're laboring to enter into rest because right now this is not our rest. Because these people that are in the corner, they fall back, they think that they're already saved. You ask them how long they've been saved, they said, I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Spirit for 30 years.
Right.
What are you saved from? You know?
Right.
They don't even know what this is. But they believe that they're going to be raptured up and taken into heaven before our hell break. What's going to happen is they're going to be stuck right down here and taken us up.
Right.
You know?
Hey, that's why the scripture say what? He that endured to the end.
Same shall be saved.
And endure what though?
Right.
What do you have to endure? Endure, because what you got to, it say endure to the end. Endure what to the end? Paying bills? Nah, nigga, it ain't talking about. Endure what, college?
Right.
Endure what? To the end. The end of what? So
Ah.
these are three questions people don't ask.
Right.
To endure what and the end of what?
Right.
The end of this kingdom to endure the trials and tribulations.
Congregation of the dead.
But
That's the congregation of the dead right here.
oh, what did King David said? They had made a covenant with death.
Just to show you.
With the
But we got to deal with.
And yo, what we told
Yeah, yeah.
what we told the brother last week, everything is good.
Right.
He just said, I'll see tomorrow.
Right.
Congregation of the dead.
Now, you know what, bro?
They believe in it.
Salaki, that's this dude that I know. When I come into work, when I'm starting work, he leaves. But he always says, "Oh, I see you tomorrow, Lord's will." He always says
Oh, you said that? Oh.
all the time. The brother always said, "Yeah, Lord's will. I see you more, Lord's will." And he always emphasized that. I say, "Hey, Lord's willing, brother, Lord's willing."
Right. That's what we're supposed to do.
Lord have
And
Right.
he don't even know he don't even know the full. You know what I'm saying? But
mercy.
with that
Yeah.
alone,
Yeah.
with that alone, because what the scriptures speak about a man that feareth. In other words, a man that feareth a little bit of what the Lord, a man that fears one thing and keepeth that to the end, rather than a man that knoweth not but don't keep no
Right.
commandments. That man is looked at more worthy because he's keeping that one thing, but he's holding on to it.
Ah.
You know, so a man like that is better than a man that thinks he's righteous. Or
Right.
like it says, if that dog is better, a live dog is better than a dead lion.
Ah.
You know. But Salaki, I'm gonna read this one more for the brother. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 11. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Ah.
Fall as an example, and that's why I told the brother to put the camera on them. But they don't believe, man.
Ah.
You know, they got a bald head Edomite lead right to destruction. You know, they all about money and persona and look.
Right.
You know, you got men of the truth like that know the truth, they act just like that. They really don't believe. That's why I said, the unbelief, man. You'll fall into that category of unbelief, man. That's why it's all about your belief. But back up from what you said earlier, this is Matthew chapter 10, and what you said was commanded, right? Matthew 10:5. It says, these 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them. Right? Going back into that command. We wasn't asked to come out here. You know? We was told to come out here. and giving specific instructions of who to speak to, how to speak, and all that. You know, and when you got that full understanding that and that information, then you know how to be the quarterly person that walk up with the person like, you understand me, you the devil, they ain't doing all that. You already know that shit. All right? We out here to educate and tell the truth, man. For our salvation and for our nation's salvation. You know? Start with the elect and the 1/3. All right? Then the rest of Israel and the kingdom, then you'll come back in the right mind. All right? That's right. It says these 12 are going into what? The branch. He said, I'm the vine, you're the branches. All right? So this is what Yahweh Shah said to the 12. Those are the branches, he was the vine. This is the thing, man. Verse 5, back to 12:10-5, it says, these 12 Yahweh Shah sent forth and commanded them, saying, go into the way of Slavi, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and in any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. So now it's talking about Gentiles, it's talking about actual Gentiles that's of another nation. All right, it's not talking about the Eskimos, the ones that's of the same genes. All right, like the Greeks, you had in Greece, you had a lot of Israelites in Greece. All right, you had Israelites in Babylon, you had Israelites in Egypt. All right, you had Israelites scattered amongst all nations back in the same regions that the Lord, like, no, don't even touch that ground. And if he's telling you that, he's telling you that for a reason, because he knows. He knows the beginning from the end. I mean, the end from the beginning. It's a lot. But he knows the end from the beginning. All right. It says, verse 6. It says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and go ye, Salakia, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's what the brother always said a lot when he brings it out. You know, it said the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick. All right, that's what we're commanded to do. The sick. You niggas is sick, and what's your medicine? Right here in this book, man.
That's right.
That's your medicine. This is the pill that you have to swallow. That's what was the brother, the prophet's name? I think it was Jeremiah. He said, I ate the whole roll. It was in my mouth sweet as honey, and in my belly was bitter. Yeah. And he had to swallow that pill. You know, but what's that? The red pill they say? You gotta swallow the red pill. Oh, yeah, you know, you gotta swallow just that red pill to wake your ass up. Yeah. You know? And that's why brothers, when they get offended at a lot of things that come out this book, because they don't want to hear the whole truth. They want to hear half truths and everything. So when you explain it to them as it goes, and that's how a lot of dudes pick the camps they want to be in. They want to pick a camp that fits their lifestyle. And that's how Satan got to spoil. The Lord got to set up to Satan, because the Lord told Satan, y'all saying how to go, listen, go, you can do this. But my servants ain't going to fall for that shit. You know? That's why he out here trying to see who he made the power. That's right. That's why you got this camp set up, that camp, this camp, this camp. That's why the apostles are teaching against the done set up. Well, yeah, these brothers, they go into this, but they go off of this. That's the Lord telling you. Listen, they're saying this, but they go off. But his sheep want to hear his voice, and they're going to be the ones that hear it. You know, and a lot of these dudes, they set it up because they want to be the fucking man. You know, they want a big foul and a big crowd around them, and that people praising them. It ain't about the Lord to these niggas, man. You know? And for that, punishment is coming, man.
Hey, if I may add to it, a lot of people, they it's not about what you agree or disagree with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because woe to him that add or take away from the word of the Lord.
That's right.
You know?
The spirit don't care about your feelings. Right?
There's no respect of person.
That's right.
You know?
Right. It says, verse 7, it says, and as ye go preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils, freely ye have received, freely give. All right, and that cuts a whole bunch of other camps right now I can think about that was selling breakdowns. It says freely given, you freely give, man. You heal the lepers, man. You raise the dead, because what our people once they was dead. So when they come into this knowledge, they get life, man. That's raising them from the dead. And yo, you believe you're doing that now? Imagine what you're going to do when Jacob's trouble comes and you literally raising people from the dead, physically, with the power that the Lord gave you, man. Just from your belief in your belief alone, and your faith in your Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Yahushua. People can't think about it. All right, it says, It says, provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. So when you go out there working, he's going to provide those things for you. And then he's telling you right there, you have to walk in faith, walk in belief. Don't take this, don't take that, because what it says, when Jacob's trouble comes, once our hell breaks through, it said, don't try to return home. Wherever you at when that pops off, that's where you at, and the Lord, he's dealing with you. He's gonna make it about that situation. But don't try to go back home, because that's returning to a familiar place to you. What Lot's wife do? She wanted to return back to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why I asked her to a full assault, because she turned back. When all that hell broke loose, she started thinking about what was left behind, and what was left behind was fucking garbage, man. That's why the Lord destroyed it. So you ain't supposed to look back, man. You're supposed to be a juggernaut, move forward, and keep going forward, man. All right, that's the times we in, man.
Hey, if I may, that's right, bro. Because everything we say, everything we declare, the Lord is gonna put us through what we say to back up what we say.
That's right.
You know, so now what we in a time where the Lord's gonna bring a lot of shit that you so-called lost, try to bring it back. Well, not the Lord, but Satan. It's I'm gonna bring back your woman. I'm gonna bring back your child. I'm gonna bring back your child. I'm gonna bring back this, the that. You can have this. Don't worry. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that, because what the Lord spoke about a person that tried to save their life, they're gonna end up losing it. For the wrong reason. We already lost our life here. We don't got nothing to fucking live for anyway. We just survive. We make it ends meet. That's it. We just barely scratching the surface to eat some rice and beans that man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you say you do got something to live for.
But no, but I'm saying like
salvation.
as far as saving your life here, what it means is the people's trying to save what they have here.
Right.
They're putting their faith in what they have here. There is nothing. It's easy.
You're trying to
for
build
the
up
Lord.
yourself in here, like
It's easy for the Lord to provide people, you know, whatever your heart desire. But when you have faith in something heart desire, but when you have faith in something that the Lord could provide for you rather than the Lord himself, now it becomes a problem. Because you're now worshiping the creation.
you're not saving up your treasures, building up treasures here. Like your 401ks, right? Your retirement fund, college funds for your kids,
women,
right?
children, houses, cattle, like Job, he lost cattle, women, whatever. Like the brother read earlier, 100-fold. Job will see double because of his integrity. So imagine the elect, you know.
Well, this is verse going back in Matthew chapter 10, verse 11. It says, and into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into a house, salute it, and if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. I'm in it right there, man. It shall be more tolerable. We wanted it right there because it shall be more tolerable. Because what we're telling you the truth. And if you don't hear it, we're shaking the dust off our feet and we're keeping it moving. That's like I did a lesson this week called what? This truth is not for everybody. All right? It's not for everybody. So you get it, you don't. It ain't up to us, it's up to the Lord. We just plant the seed and the Lord gives the increase. All right, God, you know, brother? Yep. So with that, you're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect. So the next lesson, to the next week, we're going to say Nawaf Baba, Shalom. Shalom. Oh, this joint was messing up.
Yeah, the week this about
That's cool.
240.
This one back 10. That's cool.